Right, we're live. Hey, how you doing? Right, okay. Whoa, we're live tonight. Illegal immigrants. Let's do a bit of typing. Let's get a bit of typing done. Whoa, don't want to knock that over. Right. Let's tuck ourselves up and get settled down. Here we go. Right, we there? Yep. There we go. Oh, one pessoa. Hola, pessoa. How you doing? Nice to see you. Very nice to see you. Okay, type me something. Go on. I dare you. Type me something. Pessoa. Who we got? Nunu. Hello, Nunu. How you doing? Let's get the other glasses on. And that way I'll be able to see things. That's a bit better. So with all those flames, Nunu, does that mean that it's hot where you are? Because it's really hot here. From where? Romford. Right. Nunu, tell me what sort of temperatures you've got in Romford at the moment. Hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot. Okay. Temperatures here are gorgeous. Very hot. And that means that I take the girls for a midnight stroll in the forest. Oh man. 26. You can add another 12 onto that. 26, 36, yeah, 38 to 40 degrees here. Yeah, another 12 or 14 degrees. I don't know if you've seen the update video, Nunu. I don't take the dogs for a walk during the evening. It's just still too hot. So about midnight, I get on the electric bike and I take them through the forest. It's absolutely brilliant and they love it. And it's cool enough for them to enjoy it. Yeah, I know. It's actually hotter in the house than it is outside. And that swaps around in the winter. So in the winter, if it's like, shall we say, in January, if it's say like 18 degrees outside, it will be 12 degrees inside. I should really turn the screen so I can see it, but I'll come here. Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding, Nunu. It was a full moon last night and we were in the forest and it was delicious. And you know what? I actually stopped while the girls had a little mooch around and I thought to myself, yeah, this is what it's about. I can actually take the time out, go and do something like this. And when I get back home, I can go to bed, put the TV on, and within reason, it doesn't matter what time I get up. I couldn't do that in the UK. So yeah, it's way better. So we've got others joining us. I know for a fact that we've got Lauren coming and Leslie. I don't know about Carlos, but I'm expecting a few others, and then we'll get the discussion underway on illegal immigrants. Now, I've got to ask you, Nunu, are you an illegal immigrant? I think Carlos is, isn't he? I think Carlos isn't. Wherever Carlos goes, he's an illegal immigrant, I'm sure. Oh, man. Oh. The reason I wanted to... the reason... Oh, you've got #1 crown. You've got #1. You had #2. Oh, you even had #3. My God, you've got them all, Nunu. Nobody's going to get any crowns. You've got the lot. The reason I wanted to do this live stream on illegal immigrants is because I've been watching, obviously, some YouTube stuff and reports recently about what's going on. And it almost looks like things are beginning to get out of hand in the UK and in other countries. And I'll talk to people about what's just happened in Greece. So there seems to be a growing problem. And the question is, why? Right. You have settled status. Okay. So Nunu's not an illegal immigrant. Okay, well let's just take the immigrant out of it. Are you illegal? Oh, I can't read that first word. Sorry. I can't read it. Sorry. That's not good, is it? Oh, look at you. Look at you, Mr. Muscles. So if you're not an immigrant, are you illegal? You're not illegal. Okay. I think Carlos is both illegal and immigrant. Let's see if we get Carlos to join us tonight. Come on, everybody, where are you? Hey, there's other people there. Come on, type up. Join in. Hi, Leslie. How you doing? Nice to see you, girlie. You okay? Nunu's in, and he says that it's what did he say it was? 26 degrees. 26 degrees in the UK today. That's good for the UK, isn't it? 26. Blimey. Yeah, that is good for the UK. I have to keep leaning forward. I'm going to turn the screen. I'm going to turn the screen so I can see it. And then I'll have to turn the camera. There we go. Right. Let me tuck myself in. Right. Right. A bit warm there. I know. Nunu says 26 degrees. That's that definitely is warm for the UK. What, hot for the UK. So okay, Leslie, you can add another 12 to 14 degrees onto that for here in Portugal. And I love it. I really do enjoy it. I was telling Nunu that I took the girls out last night at midnight into the forest, and it was moonlit and it was beautiful, and it was the first moon. So there's 4 more full moons to go. So tonight when I take them out, we'll go a different route, but I just know it's going to be beautiful out in the forest. Oh, that's not good, Nunu. You can stay as long as you want, but you can't leave for long periods. So period are you talking about? That's interesting. So you can stay. Let me get this right. Okay, I can stay as long as I want. So you can stay indefinitely, but you can't. Well, so what period is a short period then? Explain that, please. Leslie, hold on, Leslie. I know. Oh, you got no response. Oh, okay. Right, okay. All right, Leslie. What? You've got to pay a few thousand to get a British passport? Serious? Man, that's a rip-off. I didn't know that. Wow. Oh, you weren't on the right connection. Okay, Leslie. Right. Well, the two girls are behind me at the moment in the lavanderia, the laundry, and they're lying on the tiled floor trying to keep cool. And I'm hoping that they'll stay calm and relaxed while we're live. Otherwise, they'll be outside. Right. So where is everybody? Okay, so let's kick off then, Leslie. Okay, so tonight is about illegal immigrants. And I wanted to do this special one because something happened in Greece which caused me to go and look a bit further. And it didn't take long before, and I'm talking about on YouTube, and it didn't take long before lots more things popped up about illegal immigrants in the UK. And I thought to myself, hold on a minute, isn't this situation under control? Hi, Lauren, how you doing? Nice to see you. You were locked out. Right. Oh, you worry me sometimes, Lauren. You really do. I was locked out. How did you get locked out of the how did you get locked out of here? I'm not sure either. Okay, 5 years. That's a long period, Nunu. That's not a little bit of time, that's a long period. So why were you girls locked out? Perhaps I'll tell you what, I'll pop a key in the post to you. All right, so you can unlock it anytime you want. All right, I'll pop a key in the post. So Leslie, a quick recap, because I want to ask you girls some questions. The reason I'm doing this special live stream tonight is because I saw something about illegal immigrants on YouTube, and when I looked into that, it didn't take long before a lot more came up, and I watched it, but a lot more came up about illegal immigrants in the UK. So let's kick off with what I saw that has initiated my interest and tonight's topic. Greece. I don't know if you saw anything or heard anything about Greece, but they've got a massive problem with illegal immigrants. And what they've done is they've shut the door on all illegal immigrants. And that goes against EU rules, but they're basically saying, we don't care. They've got massive problems with it. So when illegal immigrants turn up on the beaches, they're herded into a coach, taken off to a holding place, and then they're shipped back to wherever they came from. They're not even able to walk around anywhere. Right, let's get a drink down. My throat has gone really dry. Now, I'm not entirely clear about the EU rulings on illegal immigrants for EU countries, Portugal being one of them. Obviously, the UK isn't, because the UK left the EU. When we'll come to the UK in a bit. But I don't know what the rulings are about what a country cannot do or has to do when it comes to illegal immigrants. But clearly, from this report that I was seeing, this video, Greece are basically going against EU regulations. Yeah, what I should have done was kept the link to that video. I've probably got it in my history so that I could share it with people. It was really interesting. They were, they were filming, I think it was around about 20 or 30 illegal immigrants turning up in this large inflatable raft thing, getting onto the beach, and the police were all there, armed, and they were herding them into a coach, and they were going straight off to a holding place, which was a secure holding place, and then they were being extradited onto a plane and straight back to the country where they came from. Greece is just not tolerating it anymore because they're having major problems. So what you could do is type in YouTube search Greece illegal immigration and see what that gives you. So yeah, I know we're all in Europe, but the UK isn't in the EU anymore. So the EU rulings on immigration or illegal immigration, well, all immigration, don't apply to the UK anymore, I'm guessing, because the UK isn't part of the EU. So you've got Greece, which is in the EU, Portugal, which is in the EU. Right. Okay, I'm with you, Lauren. I'm with you. Thanks. Well, when you say that, I don't think that's the same for Portugal, and there's a good reason behind that, and I'll come to that one in a little bit. But the UK have still got absolute major problems. So what I want to ask you girls is if we go back 8 years, think back 8 years and the illegal immigration problem that was happening at that point, has it continued to grow and get worse up to date? Here comes Lady Lulu. She's going to go and lie down there. No, she's not. She's coming over here. Oh, yeah, here she comes. They've had their dinner. Oh, they had a lovely bit of chicken dinner. She's wagging her tail, standing behind me. Drop that shoulder. Oh, they're both coming now. Here we go. Right. Hello, darlings. Hello, darlings. Terribly worse. Right. Okay, Lauren. Nunu, yes. Right. Well, this is interesting. One of the things that I saw, one of the reports, yeah, I mean, basically it was a report, was that the government was putting these illegal immigrants into hotels. And there were big protests going off outside the hotels by basically the general public. And there was also another report where an illegal immigrant had sexually assaulted a young girl. And this was causing big problems in that local community. People were kicking off big time about it. And I think that was also one of the problems in Greece. So in a bit, we're going to knuckle down to some tongue-biting stuff, shall we say. I'll tease the situation. Right, the girls have gone back into the lavanderia. And hopefully they'll just settle down. I hope so. Terribly worse. Wow. No, that right. If you can look in the door, look in the door of the laundry room. They're just starting to wake up and play. So they've been asleep all day, most of it. Right, I haven't heard that one, Nunu, but then it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. So if when you say it's got worse, Lauren, by a large amount, or is it just gently kind of creeping up? Yes, girls, I know, darlings, I know. Yes, Mona. Yes, Lady Lulu. What do you want to do? Go out? Do you want to go out? Would you like to go out? Yes? Okay, hold on a sec. I'm just going to open up the door and let the girls out. Or see if they want to go out. Oh, Mona. Oh. Okay, go on then. Let's come on. No, you're not coming up. No, you're not coming up. Come on, come on, come on. Come on then. Come on. Right. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. Right. Well done, Lauren, because that's also what was happening in Greece. And what the illegal immigrants are doing. We need Batman back to the world. Right. Right. What these illegal immigrants are doing is, okay, save the world. Yeah. Because I was looking at that thinking, we need Batman back to Dave's the world. I'm thinking, I'm not sure I understand that. Now I understand. Okay. What these illegal immigrants are doing is burning their passports. So they've got a passport and they're coming over, and when they get to wherever they want to be, they're burning it so that the authorities don't know where they're from, so they can't be sent back. How can you send somebody back when you don't know where they're from? Bit of a clever move, really, isn't it? So now they're stuck where they are. Really, Lauren? So the pastor is converting them to Christianity to bypass the system. So when you say bypass the system, do you mean so that they don't have what do you actually mean by bypass the system? Hmm. 160,000. That's a lot. That's well. The problem is, Leslie, like in this Greece, in the video of Greece, they're turning up at the shores on boats as they do at in the UK, and this is all being organised by gangs who are obviously taking as much money as they can out of these people, chucking them onto boats that really aren't seaworthy, and overloading the boats, sending them off to Greece and France and the UK and wherever else they're doing it. And when those people land on the shores of the country that they're aiming for, they're then illegal immigrants. Now, what do you do with them, especially if they burn their passports and you don't know what country they're from? And if they refuse to tell you that they're from said country, how do you send them back? What do you actually do with somebody that you can legally send back if you know where they're from? Hi JJ, how you doing? Nice to see ya. JJ, many think that the UK is now a lost cause. Expand on that one, please. What exactly do you mean by that? Because from the reports I've been seeing on YouTube, it's getting pretty desperate. Yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, I know. I know we've got to be very careful about what we say online, but as long as we're discussing and debating a subject of illegal immigration, there's no law against doing that. If we start coming out with hatred or racism or things like that, then yeah. I mean, if somebody came on and said they don't want, and I'm not going to use the derogatory words because the algorithm picks it up. But if they started coming out with derogatory slang words, I don't know how I'd get rid of them. Can you actually? I don't even know if you can block somebody. I guess you can. I guess you can block people or, stop them from interacting. I've never had to do it yet. Have I, Leslie? I'm joking, darling. I'm joking. I know, Lauren. It's really hard. It's always the same case, isn't it? The innocent suffer. Oh, when you say, hold on. Right. So when you say that they're really hot in the UK, people get a visit. Do you mean that the government is going round and where they believe there's illegal immigrants, they're they're following up on it and like knocking on people's doors? Yes, you can, Mac. Yes, I can. What can I, Lauren? Tell me what I can. I'm desperate to know what I can. Pardon? Nice one, Leslie. um, Nunu, is it a dangerous topic? I mean, okay, so here's a thought. So if the BBC or any other news group reports on something that's going on with illegal immigrants, is that dangerous for them because they're reporting on it and discussing it? Well, why can't that be the same for us? Why can't we discuss it? There's no law against discussing illegal immigration, but there's a law against hatredism towards people and racism and all that kind of thing. Well, nobody is behaving in that way. We're just discussing growing problems around Europe. Okay, checking places of work. Right. Right. Oh, Nunu, are they discussing it? Well, they are. Okay, so in a newsroom, they invite people in to explain what's going on, and therefore a discussion takes place about illegal immigration. Now, if there was a problem with discussing illegal immigration, I think YouTube would have jumped on this situation already, because I mean, what was it, about 4-5 days ago, I put up the thumbnail saying that tonight is going to be about illegal immigration, and I'm sure that if YouTube were unhappy with that, they would have jumped on it. Now, obviously, the algorithm has things inbuilt to pick up on certain things. So if I started coming out with hatredism and trying to incite violence against a particular race or creed or group of people, I'm sure the algorithm would pick up on that and YouTube would shut the live stream down. But we're not doing, as far as I'm concerned, we're not doing anything illegal. And I don't see how that can be a problem for anybody. If somebody doesn't like the subject that we're talking about this evening, they don't have to stay and they don't have to join in. But we're not doing nothing wrong. So they go and check places of work. Okay, here's another question then for everybody. If we go back, and Lauren, and I'm thinking particularly about Lauren and Leslie here, if we go back 30, 40 years, was the illegal immigration situation equal then to what it is now? Thank you very much, JJ. Much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah. Well done. Yeah. No, I mean, you're absolutely right, Leslie. Nobody wants anybody hurt. I don't care whether they're an illegal immigrant or not. I wouldn't want to see anybody being hurt or mistreated or ganged up upon or anything like that. It's absolutely wrong to treat another human being in that kind of way. But there is an issue going on here, and I've just thought I'd talk about it. And I'll tell you why. Okay, listen to this one. Listen to this, okay? You can say that again, Mac. What can I say again, Leslie? Oh, I missed it. Please tell me what I can say again. Oh, I lose the thread, yeah? And it frustrates me. I'm going to tell you something in a moment. Okay, we've got one coming. Who is it? Oh, it's Mona. No, darling, come on, out. Daddy's not going to play. Out. We'll go for a stroll later on. Right. Okay. I'm going to tell you something. When I was, and I think, no, hold on a sec. We're not having fighting in here. Well, they're not fighting. They don't fight. They play. Do you know what? Okay, I'll tell you this. Lady Lou is about 5.5, 6 years old. Mona is like now possibly coming up for 12 months. And they never, ever fight. They never, growl or show their teeth at each other. And I'm so happy about that because I think to myself, yeah, they get on really well together. And that's exactly what I wanted for them. So I'm like the happiest dad going. Yeah, I've got 2 girls and then I've got 2 chickens or little chicks. You were telling us. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Leslie. Okay, guys. Okay, folks. Right. If we go back 30, hello, darling, 30 or 40 years back, and I'm talking about UK here, if we go back in time, 30, 40 years, is the illegal immigration situation more intense now? Or was it equal? Or was it the same 30, 40 years ago? And then I'll tell you something. But Nunu, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. But they don't have to stay here and listen to it. We're not saying anything bad about anybody. We're just discussing it. Might be more intense. Okay, right. Now I'm going to tell you a story here. Oh, Lady Lou, I want to talk to people, darling. I want to talk to people. You woke up and you now want some affection, don't you? Okay, right. I think I was about 22 years of age. It was somewhere about there. And there was a large influx of what I saw as Pakistanis. I don't think they were, but that's the label they got because they looked like Pakistanis, I guess. I mean, in those days, it wasn't the norm to see people from that area of the world. But there was a large influx. And I thought to myself, why are there all these people coming? What's going on? And then I realized, I sort of watched the news, and Idi Amin in Uganda was going round, and basically if them people didn't leave the country, they were going to get shot, they were going to get killed. And so they all had to leave, and they all went to different countries. And we're talking about a very large amount of people. And some went to France, some went to different countries, and some came to England. And I then remember, might have been 2 or 3 years later, I took my car into a garage because I needed a couple of tires. And there was this guy, and he was, and I'm not sure, I can't remember what race he was. I think he was Pakistani. And he was one of the people who came from Uganda, and they were called the boat people. And he was a lovely guy. He was such a happy-go-lucky guy, always smiling. And I said, what happened? And he told me about what happened in Uganda. And him and his family had a business. And Idi Amin didn't like those people being in that country. So here's Idi Amin being racist. And so they were being ousted. And if they didn't go, the army would go around and basically shoot them and take what they had. So of course they fled, bless them. And they were coming over to England and France and other countries with literally what they got on. That was it. Now, in situations like that, that's wholly and utterly different. I mean, and they were beautiful people. I mean, even the illegal immigrants are beautiful people. But the problem is they're being trafficked. Hold on, I'll be there in a moment. They're being trafficked by gangs. And it's the gangs that are making money out of them and promising them a fantastic life in the UK when they get here. I mean, God knows what stories they're actually being told. And then when they get here, they meet totally the opposite. No, it's not their fault. It's the gang's fault. Right. I've got to calm these girls down. Hold on a minute. Then I'll come back and read what you've written. Come on, out. 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 Right. Let's see if that works. If it don't, then I'll have to put them outside. Porto. Hello, Porto. You're there somewhere, are you? Right. I can't see your name. Oh yeah, I see you. Yeah. Boa tarde, Porto. Sorry, I was looking at the camera and not at what people were writing. I'm going to look now. Yeah, they were probably Indian. You're right, Lauren. They were probably Indians. Yes, they were in Africa. They were wonderful people. They were absolutely fantastic. Girls, what? All right. What do you want, darling? What do you want? Oh, there we go. What do you want? Hey? You've got water. You've had a delicious chicken dinner. Yes, you've had a delicious chicken dinner. What more could you want? Huh? Well, we want you, Dad. Well, you're not getting me. Right, there we go. We're back. Oh, let's see if we can get a bit. Let me put the fan on. Ventoinha. Fan. Ventoinha. 2 dogs. Cães. Minha cães. God, you're beautiful. Yes, you are gorgeous. Mwah, mwah. Right, come on, down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Lady. Lady. Come on. Come on, out. Come on. Out. That's it. Right, they've been put out to play. They've got a huge amount of forest out the back there to go and play, but no, they've got to sit right here. One here, one here. Time for pampering, Daddy. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Oh, I need some juice. I need some juicy Lucy. How's things your end, Porto? Yeah, let's get some juice. One moment. Nice bit of fresco. Oh, yeah. Mm. Mm. Oh. All right. You're missing the countryside? well, unless you're in the major cities here in Portugal, it's mostly countryside. I love it. I just walk out of the gate, go about 20 seconds down the road, 30 if you're slow, and then you're in the forest. And if you go that way, 1 minute and you're in the forest. It's delicious. Nunu, do you think the water tastes different? Yeah, you're right. You're right, Porto. The water in the rivers is really cold, isn't it? Really cold. And apparently, so I've been told, the water in the Atlantic Ocean is colder than, for example, the Mediterranean Sea. There we go. Right. So, okay, here's a question for you. Let's see if we can find an answer. Why has this immigration situation grown throughout Europe, taking out the war going off between Ukraine and Russia? Because obviously there was a huge amount of immigration happening there, people leaving Ukraine. Take that out of it, so you've got an illegal immigration situation growing. Why? Now, here's one idea, but I don't think this is it. I don't think by any means this will be the big answer to it. These gangs are obviously making money out of these poor innocent people and turning them into illegal immigrants. Are these people, are the potential illegal immigrants more wealthy that they can afford to give money to these gangs to then send them to foreign shores? Is that what's happening? EU directives. Yeah, the EU love coming out with our directives, don't they? They love it. You see, right, Leslie, right. You see, correct me if I'm wrong. The major reason that the UK population voted to come out of the EU was so that England or the UK could take control of its own immigration laws and start controlling it a lot better. Now, am I right or wrong with that? Well, you're absolutely right, Porto. There's no two ways about it. I couldn't agree more. It's a way less stressful life here. Believe me when I tell you, virtually every day, I do cast my mind back to the UK and think to myself, yeah, I remember this situation. I remember that situation. It's like the traffic. The traffic was just an absolute hassle. But here in Portugal, no, there's no problems with traffic, not even in the big cities. Yeah, you get a few traffic jams, but they clear quickly. In the UK, they're there forever. I mean, don't even think about going to the smoke. That ain't gonna happen. I think there's two layers here, Nunu, and let me know whether you see it like this, whether you agree or disagree. Everybody, right? Okay, let's talk about Nigel Farage. Yes, it seems to me, I get the impression that what he's really interested in is bringing the lid down on all immigration. It's almost like, let's just shut the door, shut the gates, and stop anybody and everybody from coming in. That's not what I'm talking about, and that's not what tonight's subject is about. It's the illegal immigration, and why has it grown, and what's caused it to grow to the extent that it has. But I believe, and I'm sure, that the general public at the time when there was the debates and census for whether the UK should leave the EU, I'm sure that somehow it was homed in on, if we get out of the EU, we'll have control of our own immigration situation and we can stop all this illegal immigrants. And am I right or wrong? Let me know. Come on. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Nunu. I mean, they were nonsense. I mean, bordering on propaganda. Leslie, my view is more to do with them protecting their wealth. I was a lorry driver. Whoa, Porto. 12, 15 hours a day working. Yeah. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. Actually, I am awake longer in Portugal than I was in the UK. I'm sure I was. I get up around about 5, 6 o'clock. I wake up naturally. I don't set the alarm. I just get up naturally. And in the summertime, I'm up till like midnight, 1 o'clock, like taking the girls into the forest. It's different come late autumn, winter, and very early spring. But I definitely spend more time awake here, but I enjoy it a lot more as well. Is that right, Lauren? Wow. So that's kind of backfired then, hasn't it? That's that's backfired. Wow, I am so shocked about that, Lauren. Now, obviously, if we look back at what I was saying earlier with this Greece situation, Greece didn't have 3 boats turn up on their shores and then suddenly say, right, that's it, we're changing the way we deal with this. They've had a big illegal immigration problem for a long period of time, and it's obviously escalated, and there have been problems around that, And it's escalated to the point where they've had to go against the EU ruling and say, the minute they land, we're sending them back. Obviously, things are beginning to grow out of hand. Italy does it too. Okay. Right, so let's talk about Portugal. Portugal's immigration situation, illegal immigration, and then legal. Illegal, legal. There are a lot of Brazilian people coming to live in Portugal. And speaking to the Portuguese people, this is what they're saying. This is why the Brazilian people are coming here. One, because they can earn more money here in Portugal than they can in Brazil. But the most important reason, get ready for this, the most important reason is crime, organized crime. I met a guy only about 2 weeks ago from Brazil working here in Portugal. This is the truth, okay? I'm not exaggerating it, I'm not adding to the story, and I'm not elaborating the story. I'm telling you exactly what he told me, okay? He's been here a year, and the reason him and his wife and his son came from Brazil to Portugal was because of crime, organized crime. They were out for the evening and they were attacked by people with guns and robbed. And if he tried to resist, they'd have shot him. That's how little these organized gangs value life. If you won't give up your money, we'll shoot you and take it. So what do? You give it up because you know you're going to get shot if you don't. And he said, I decided that I wanted to come to Portugal because I want my wife and my son to be in a more secure future, a more secure life, a more secure environment. Now, you won't get more secure than Portugal because it's the 7th safest country in the world and the 5th safest country in Europe. We've never experienced anything like that in the UK. Yes, you do get those kind of crimes, but they're not rife. They're not on an hourly basis every day. And when you get that in somewhere like Brazil, and because Brazil is connected to Portugal, they're all coming, not all, but there's a lot of them coming over. And they're not illegal, they're legal. They're coming over legally. Dinghies captured by the south coast being transported back to France. Oh, serious podcast. What? Mind you, so they're even reusing the dinghies. See, this is seriously organized. This is seriously organized crime, isn't it? Not anymore, Mac. Okay, hold on. You're joking. Are you serious, Lauren? We have in our towns gangs fighting with machetes. Machetes, yeah, machetes. Serious? No way. Lauren, what town are you in? What town are you in, Lauren? Oh, you're outside of London. Yeah, please email me the link, Porto. I would really love to see that. Hemel Hempstead. Hemel Hempstead. Right. What the? Oh, here we go. Right. Hemel Hempstead. Right. And hold on a minute. Leslie, and the same in Nottingham. Whoa. Do you know what? Okay, hold on. Nunu. Yeah, you see, yeah, Nunu, you're always, so when you've got desperate people, when you've got people like in Brazil who want to bring up their families in a safer environment, you're always going to get those nasty who feel that they can profit from the misery of other people. Yeah, you're always going to get them. This is human nature. It's a disgusting part of human nature, but it's human nature. And I don't know how any government is going to crack down on these type of organized gangs. But that's a wicked thing to do to people. Trafficking, and I know it's rife. I know it is. Yeah, it's always drug related. Oh yeah, that doesn't surprise me one bit, Lauren. Okay, Lauren, Leslie, and I do. The reason I asked these two is because obviously they'll be able to relate to what I'm about to say because they're from the UK. But I would obviously like other people to share their views and thoughts as well. Well, how old am I? 60. Oh yeah, 66. That's right. Yeah, I'm 66. So if we go back 40 years, let's go back to when I was 20. Yeah, I'd in the news, the word on the street, all that kind of thing. There were no illegal immigrants. There were no organized gangs. Drugs. The only drug I thought was two drugs that I thought were bad was heroin and LSD. And the only reason I knew about LSD is because what's his name from the Beatles was taking it to get hallucinations to get better songs or something like that. And the world, the UK, when I was 20 years old, seemed to be a safer place, a calmer place, a nicer place, a more tranquil place. Now it's gone crazy, not just the UK, but the world. Okay, thank you, Porto. Much appreciated. I will be watching that later. Thanks a lot. Ah, well, that's an excellent one, Lauren. That is an absolute excellent one. And one that I'm going to bring up in a moment. It might not be liked by other people, but it needs to be debated and looked at. Nunu, months. Sir, okay. Right. Nunu, what do you mean by months? I'm going to move away from the ventuina to roll this. So come on. What was like, so, okay. Nunu, Porto. Go back as many years as you can to when you were younger. How different, how safe, how secure, how much more tranquil was Portugal then compared to now? Nunu, so you find on the news. Ah, hold on a minute, Nunu. I was under the impression that the Portuguese government doesn't give any benefits to illegal or legal immigrants. So basically what I'm saying here is, if you're an illegal immigrant landing on the shores of Portugal and you go up to the government and say, can you help me? It's like, sod off. If I go and ask the government for help now, oh, can you help me please? No, sod off. You've got to be able to get anything out of the system here in Portugal. You have got to contributed for a long time. Is that right or wrong? Oh yeah, I know it does. I know it leaves a bad taste in people's mouths, because when I speak to the Portuguese people, one, they're not happy about the Brazilians coming over. They don't like it. There are also Portuguese people who don't like expats coming over because they feel that we are undermining the fabric of our society. And I can understand that to a large degree. But when I speak with them and when they comment on my videos, I say to them, but unfortunately, we're in a very changing world. Leslie, Lauren, please come back and tell me if 40 years ago, it's very different when it comes to immigration, it's an illegal immigration. It's very different today than what it was 40 years ago. Right, okay, Nunu, right. But I've got to become a citizen to get that. Right. Right. Okay. But then the Brazilians that come over, because Brazil is it under Portuguese rule? I don't know. But they get citizenship automatically, don't they? I'm sure they do. Sure. Yeah, I'm with you, Leslie. I think it is worse. It is way worse today. Not just for the UK. I mean, France France have got it bad. Italy obviously has. Greece has now put their foot down with it. So the southern part of Europe is getting it bad, apart from Portugal. They're getting it bad because they're the front line, aren't they? They're the front line to it all. Right, okay, thanks, Nunu. And that also is the same for Angola. Am I right with that one? The same for Angola? Is it Angola? Max way of saying it. Lauren. Right, yeah. See, the asylum seekers are another group, I guess. Thanks, Nunu. Yeah. Which end do I smoke this? That end, I guess. No, they're not coming from war-torn countries. Let's look at where these illegal immigrants are coming from. They're coming from Iraq, Iran, Syria, especially Syria, and mostly because they want to get away from the conditions in their country. It's not that they're sitting in their country thinking, now let's hold on a minute, where's there a better country that I can go to, and hell, I'll just go there illegally. What they're facing in Syria is a war-torn country, and they're desperate to find somewhere that's safe for them. And then somebody says, well, if you give me a nice big sum of money, I'll transport you all the way to France, then I'll put you in a very luxury boat and you'll go over to England. And when you get there, the government are going to give you a big hug, a big kiss, and a big wad of money. I'm sure they're spun a load of bollocks like that. I will say it. I will say it. Yeah, Syria is very war-torn, and it's been going on for years, unfortunately, supported by, guess who? Russia. And of course, who suffers? The general population. Well, there comes a point where they say, no, enough's enough. If our country can't settle down and become something decent, let's get out. It's a complicated one, isn't it, Lauren? I'm reading the one above. It's a complicated one. Yeah, I'll go with that one, Lauren. Yeah, perhaps I'm being I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm being. But yeah, I think you're right. I think they're told, yeah, you got two choices: stay here, and bombs will be flying over, and perhaps one day you're going to get hit, just like your neighbour did yesterday, or give me a load of money and I'll get you somewhere better. Yeah, I can imagine it. I just got to go and check on the girls. I'll be back in a moment. I've got to check on the girls. Where's Moni? Where's Moni? Moni. Oh. So, boys and girls, we have a little problem with Mona. When the little chicks were tiny and they just moved around gently. She didn't really care. But now they've grown up and they're starting to flap and exercise their wings and run real fast. Oh, now they're getting to be very interesting. These are the kind of things I want to chase, says Mona. So she's at the fence looking, oh, how can I get in there? How can I get in there? Let's start digging. Yeah. Little madam. That's the only thing we don't know. Told. Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't take much to work it out, does it really, Leslie? If you were, a nasty piece of work where you're just looking to make money out of suffering people, you're going to spin them any amount of bullshit to get them to part with their money. And then after you've got their money in your hand, do you care about their conditions? No. Okay, Nunu. Right, so why is it just the men coming over? Are they coming over to find, is this me being idealistic? They're coming over to try and get into a country so they can get work, save up, somehow get citizenship or get accepted by the authorities, and then bring their family over? Is that it, or am I being idealistic? Yeah, I understand, Leslie. I can imagine too. As far as I'm concerned, the illegal immigrants are victims. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Hey, guys, guess what I had for tea tonight? Come on. Yeah. Very British. So, Nunu, they're leaving the women and children behind because I think it's because it's easier for them alone, Sozinha, it's easy for them to go down that path without worries for their wife and for their children. And then when they can get themselves established somehow, they can get their wife and children over. Is that right? No, Leslie, no. I haven't had one of them for a long time. Sausage and mash, Lauren. No. Here you go. I won't keep you in suspenders, right? Egg and baked beans on toast. Yes, Nunu. Yeah, they're in the war zone. You're absolutely right. The poor buggers are being persecuted from every angle, parted with all their money, and it's not a situation I would want to be in. They must be in a world of hurt every moment they're awake. Yeah, while men are looking for jobs. Yeah, baked beans on toast. Yep. What do we got? No coffee, but we've got some juice. Cool, it don't take long for the juice to warm up. That's going to have to go back in the fridge, and I'll get the other one out. Oh, yeah. Delicious. And as we know, here comes the controversial part. As we know, when it comes to Syria, Iraq, Iran, those countries around that area, the cultures are extremely different. And those people are being pulled out of one country, one culture, and plunged into something completely different. I mean, I noticed the difference between the two cultures of England and Portugal. There's a massive difference. And I'm learning all the time about those differences and the unique, intricate ways of people as I mix with them. So for somebody in Syria to be removed from there, put in France, put in the UK, put in Greece, we're talking about more than a culture shock there, aren't we? Why do countries have borders? In the first place, in my opinion, they should open borders all around the planet so people choose. Do you know what? Oh, hello, Basil. How you doing? Nice to see ya. Yeah, I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more. Why are there borders? If there were no borders, Russia and Ukraine wouldn't be in a war. Yeah. I can understand counties in a country. I can understand having counties. But borders? Yeah. Where are we? Where are we? Hold on. Oh. So, Basil, how's things your end? Right. Ladies laying down. Where's Mona? That's absolutely right, Leslie. Absolutely right. All good in Ireland. Okay. So, what's the temperature like there? I'm watching the dogs. The cow. I'll tell you how hot it is. When I sweat, obviously you sweat and you get salt come out, and it's starting to make my neck a bit sore. So I keep having to wash it with soap and water, and then dab a little bit of cream on, for my delicate skin. Okay. Hold on a minute, Basil. 22 today, but feels like 40 because of the humidity. Right, okay. Whereabouts in Ireland, please? Well, that's a very Carlos. Hello, Carlos. How you doing? That's a very good point, Carlos. Where do they get the money? Well, oh yeah, I'm sure, Carlos, they're charging a stupid amount of money. okay, maybe this is again Matt being idealistic. Are they selling absolutely everything that they own in order to just to get a one-way ticket to another country? Are they committing crime to gather that money together? Who knows? But yeah, I think you're right. It will be an extortionate amount of money. Little Kerry. Is that Northern Ireland or Southern Ireland, Basil? County oh, I can't pronounce it. Okay, but I've got it. Oh, oh man, my sincere apologies. I need my rear end kicking. I am so sorry, Carol. Oh man. You see, I see a word, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Carol, you're the same with numbers. Are you dyslexic, Carol? I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Do you know what? When I'm typing something up and I can't spell a word, I get quite annoyed with myself that I can't spell it. But I use Google Translate to get the correct spelling of that word. Really sorry, Carol. Hi there. Oops, whoops, sorry. Hi there. Let me get your name right. Linus. Linus? Have I got that right? Linus? Hi, thanks for joining us. Much appreciated. I think you're going to love the community. They're a great bunch of people, including Carlos. Carlos, it's not his fault. He's just a lovely guy. And Carlos is very different to Carol. I might point that out. It's nice to see you and thanks for joining us. Please, where are you from? Where are you now? And what's the weather like where you are? Republic of Ireland. But on the border with Northern Ireland. With no borders, if you know what I mean. Yes, I know exactly what you mean there. People are free to travel here. South North, very. Yep. Right, okay. Thank you for that, Basil. Much appreciated. So I know where you are. So is the humidity really high in Ireland at the moment? Yes, Mac. Yes, Mac. Lauren said yes, Mac. I can't remember what I asked. Oh, Santa Maria. Oh, I'm quickly looking back. Sorry, Lauren. Can't remember what I asked, but I got a yes to it. Well, at least it's positive, a positive response. Linus, hi Mac, hi there. Linus, have I got that correct? Lynuss, Linus. I'm pronouncing it as I see the letters. Belgrade, Serbia, Belgrade, Serbia. Nice one. What's the weather like there? Dyslexia of the word. Yeah, I've got it of word and numbers. Lauren, it's raining where you are and very humid. Okay. How many UK people live in Portugal? That is a hell of a question, Carol. That is one hell of a question. I really don't know. Possibly that information could be got from Google. There's quite a large number, but it's not just. So when we talk about expat communities, it doesn't consist of obviously just British. You've got the Brits, the Netherlands, the Dutch, the Germans, the Swiss, Norwegians. So basically the north of Europe, Ireland, people from Ireland, and they make up the expat community. But when it comes to specifically how many people from the UK, I really wouldn't know. Thank you, Lauren. Linus, I got her name right. Yeah, really good with that one. Sorry, Carol. I can't help but apologise. Okay, Basil, I will. I'll come back to that one in just a moment. Just making sure that we welcome people into the community and make them feel part of it. That's important. Do I need to put the lights on, guys? Am I looking a bit dark? Hold on. We left the UK a few years back. For us, there was simply too many Muslims, and our local church was turned into a block of flats. Serious? Your church was turned into a block of flats? Weather is fantastic there. Right, okay, well, that's good to hear it. Good to hear it. Okay, so obviously I left the UK nearly 8 years ago, and Lauren and Leslie are coming to Portugal very soon. Aren't you, girls? I'm going to go put the lights on because it's looking a bit dark here. Lauren. Wow, well, hold on. Wow, that's very different numbers, Nunu. Okay, what's Nunu put? The number of UK nationals living in Portugal in 2025 is approximately 714,000. The figure reflects 7.8 increase over 20. That makes the sixth year of growth for British. Thank you very much for that, Nunu. Much appreciated. Thank you. That's absolutely. Did you get that off Google? Let me know while I flick the lights on. Good girl. Hey guys, talk among yourselves for a moment. I'm just going to go and check on Mona that she's not causing the chickens harassment. Good girl. Right. Come on then. Okay, I'm back, and no, Mona is not harassing the chickens or the little chicks. Right, where are we? Where are we, Lauren? 48,000, according to Google. Right, yeah. I knew there would be some fairly good statistics available through Google. The number of UK Jews living in Portugal. Yeah, yep. Wow. Basil, how many Muslims? Hold on, how many? Nice one, Basil. Yeah, nice one. Carol. Okay, Carol, thanks for this. Much appreciated. And please come back another time. Thursday night is the normal time for the live stream, but tonight was just a special one. So yeah, if you're thinking about joining us Thursday night, you'd be more than welcome. And thanks for joining us tonight. Take care. Porto. No, but how is the daughter in the UK? Good, I hope. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Kwai Chang Mak. Right now, Nunu. You asked me something, or was it Basil? Basil, stay on the subject, stay on the immigration subject, Mac. Tell us your opinion about people moving and working abroad. Right. Okay, Basil, when you say, what is my opinion about people moving and working abroad, do you mean illegally or legally? Let's start off with that bit, and then I'll tell you my opinion. Nunu, Lauren. GK, I asked perplexity? Whoa, God, that jumped quick. Perplexity. Basil, I don't think they are using loudspeakers to call for prayers in the UK, as well as tourist areas in Morocco, where I'm from. Sounds like chaos in the... Yeah, well, apparently, Porto, things have become chaos in the UK. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only trouble with the internet's good, but boy, oh boy, can you get conflicting information sometimes. I remember on one of my videos, I thought to myself, I will wait until the last minute to get the latest information from Google. Went on Google, got it, included it in the video, and someone criticized the hell out of me in a very negative way because I was slightly wrong. And all I said was, well, really sorry, but I got it from Google, which I consider to be a fairly valuable source of information. Google is moved to SEO. What does that mean, Nunu? Oh, does it, Nunu? It claws the website for you. Okay. Most people Google things, though, don't they? Go on then, Basil. You've got to come back to me about whether we're talking about people working abroad illegally or legally. Linus. Fair enough, Basil. Hold on a minute, Linus. What's that? Oh, God, it bloody moves quick. I hope you can't hear me when I swear. Some friends of my kids were approached to join the mosque. That was the last straw for me. Right. Wow. JJ, couldn't agree more with you there. Legal immigration is good for everybody, for every country. Absolutely right. Yeah, you're right, Nunu. Google is classic. That's where I always go to get my information or statistics, because most people will do that, and at least it's a starting point. Right, okay. Cast. Porto, am I reading this right? You're moving to Portugal in 2 days' time to live here permanently? Is that right? If so, type me a big fat yes. Oh, Lauren's very modern, isn't she? Yeah. Chat GPT. I've never heard of Manas. Manas. There is no. Hold on, Linus. There is no. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. Hey, guys, do you think I upset Carol? I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't upset her, because she's gone, isn't she? I hope I didn't upset her. I thought so, Porto. So where is it? Hold on a minute. I'm very confused now. I thought you were already here. That's why I asked for a big fat yes. I'm sure you said somewhere. Oh, where is it? Oh, right. Hold on. Right. I can't. It's a really tiny picture, Porto. It's really tiny. Oh, Nunu. Wow. Yeah. Hold on. Porto. Where is it? Oh, I've got to find it. Porto. No, not there. Not there. There we go. We set sail for our new home in PT 2 days before the elections. Very wise decision with excellent timing. Oh, you did set sail 2 days before. Not you are going to. Is that right? Okay. So we're not going to go. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Linus, can I ask what religion you are? And that's just literally out of interest, because I'm Catholic. Believe it or not, staunch Catholic. We should have a discussion about misnumbers soon, Mac. Seems impossible to get now. Porter, what do you mean missed numbers? Am I reading this correctly? Misnumbers, about misnumbers. Seems impossible to get now. Hold on. We should have a discussion about misnumbers soon, Mac. Seems impossible to get now. What does that mean? NISS. What's that? What's NISS? Is that like the FBI? Right. Okay. On Thursday. We'll talk about it on Thursday. Social Security numbers. Oh, do you mean NIF number? Is that what you mean? NIF number? Actually, is that right? Just waiting to see what comes through. Well, not NIF. Read on, Mac. NIF is financial. Yep. Right. Got you, Porto. Right. So it's not NIF. It's not NIF. So what is it then? Right, hold on, Basil. Linus. I am from Morocco, and guess what? We don't have chapels, churches, and synagogues. Okay. Social Security numbers. Okay, so why do we need to talk about those? Tell me why. I'm happy to, don't get me wrong, but why? Social Security. Have I got a Social Security number? Yeah, of course I have. I must have. On my residencia card. I'm going to look in a minute. Oh, no, I am. I'm itching. I'm itching to get my residencia card out and have a look. Yeah, I've got to have it. Basil. Porto. I have got one of those numbers, haven't I? We need them for second residency permit, but they won't issue them. Two different government bodies not collaborating. Well, that's not unusual in Portugal, is it now? You'll get this body not talking to this body, and nobody knows what anybody is supposed to do. It's on me red card. I haven't got a red card. Hold on a minute. You will have. Hold on. Other glasses. One driving license. I'm not going to hold it up too long because I think Porto is going to take a photograph and copy it. Podcast, exactly, but back failed. Whoa. Yes, I have heard of this problem. Right, so I've got, this is my residencia card. And I've got, oh my God, I've got numbers all over it. I haven't got a red card. I've got two cards, residencia and driving license. I've got two. Hold on. I've got my wrong glasses on, so I've got to tip my head right back. Residencia card, yeah. So, magnifying glass. Oh my God, right. It's all in Portuguese, I can't read it. Other glasses. So, have you any idea what the number starts, how they start? I know we're changing the subject. Actually, this is, have I got three numbers? I've got one, P139, P1, I've got one number, I've got two numbers, oh, I've got lots of numbers. I'll tell you what I have got on it. It says professional. I don't know why it says that, but it's professional apparently. Hold on. Nunu. No, Basil. Nunu. I think most Jewish people converted to Islam in the history. That's why, at least where I am from in Morocco, my great parents used to be Jews. Lord of Lords, King of Kings, will return to lead his children home, to lead them to the new Jerusalem. Where's that from? Yes, you do, Lauren. Yes. If you want to purchase anything like that in Portugal, you have to have a NIF number. Absolutely, Linus, absolutely. Lord of Lords, King of Kings, will return to lead his children home and lead them to the new Jerusalem. Where is that from? Can anyone tell me? And this is from a staunch Catholic. Every Sunday in the UK, I would go to church. I don't go to church here because they're corrupt. Hold on, Lauren. Wow, Lauren, you're getting technical, darling. Leslie, the Bible. Bravo, bravo. Right, how to get a NIF number? You apply to the resident. No, hold on. Let me just get my words right here. You apply to the financier in the area that you're going to be living. So I would not apply. So I live in the Tabwa area of Coimbra. But if I lived in a different area and I applied for a NIF number, they'd say, no, you can't get it because you're not resident in this area. So you apply to the financier of the camera nearest to you. So if for example, Lauren, you came to live in Breju or Sindh or somewhere around here, you would have to go to the financier of Tabwa and get your NIF number. Lauren, so that is what is being asked about, Mac. Right, Lauren, what's being asked about? I've missed out here. No, they're not asking. The original question wasn't about the NIF number, it was about the social security number. Linus, well done, the New Testament, yes, yeah. And how many of you have read the Bible? Basically, you have to be resident before you apply for a NIF number. Is that correct? No, Basil, it isn't correct. And I'm going to tell you why. Ready for this? Yes, darling. I know it's hot. We'll go out later. Right. I believe I am 99.9% correct when I tell you this. My ex managed to get our NIF numbers and a joint Santander bank account in Tabwa before we even arrived in Portugal, before we had any legal documentation of Portugal. I don't know how she did it, but she did. She was very good at that kind of thing. Bless her. And so do I, Linus. I love it very much. You read the New Testament. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. See, the thing is, right? Okay, very briefly. This holiday accommodation I've got, I get just about anybody and everything turn up here. So I have had Chinese, Pakistanis, Jews. I even had a family turn up here because they had, I don't think it was Exocet missiles, but it was, or Sidewinders, but it was some dirty, great big missiles flying over their village. Yeah. And you're talking mum, dad, and 2 children, and they needed to get out. So they phoned me up and said, can we come and stay at your place? And I said, yeah, no problem. Come on over. And they were Jews. It was lovely having them. I've really enjoyed it. So I get all sorts here. Everything. Christians, Catholics. I haven't had any aliens yet. But there's time. There's always time. I got our NIF number through a company called, and a trip to London to a municipal bank to set up our accounts. See, yeah, Porto, you can get all of these things before you actually come to Portugal. But then things change as you move forward. So the way it was done when me and my ex came over is probably going to be very different to how it's done now, especially with the UK not being part of the EU. So it's always constantly changing, and the best way the best way to find out the information is to go to expat groups on Facebook and ask there, because somebody will have arrived 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and they'll have the latest information. That's, I think, a very good way to get the latest information. No. That's Jews. Huh? Hold on. Where was I? At Basel? No. Oh, blimey. Hold on a sec. I don't even know. Yeah, right, Basel. Jews. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, so on Thursday we'll look at NIF numbers and social security numbers. Can you hear that cracking going off? Can you please answer yes or no, everybody, please? Can you hear like a cracking going off? What is the whip? Ah, right. Yes. I will show you what it is, because it makes me jump. Right, hold on, I'll show you. It's, all right, I'll tell you, then I'll show you. It's my fly zapper. And when flies or whatever fly into it, it electrifies the shit out of them, and they light up and glow. It's a powerful thing. I'll show you, but it goes. There you go. So while I'm sitting here working, doing my video editing and all that kind of thing, instead of having a load of flies around me, they go up there and get zapped. Zappo. Right. Okay, on Thursday, amongst the subject of what Thursday is going to be, we will talk about numbers. But yeah, you see, it's always constantly changing. So the information that I would give you about how it happened for me could be extremely different and wrong to how it happens now. And yes, you can get companies to do it for you. A snapping noise, yeah. I'll be sitting here and I'll be concentrating on a script that I'm doing for a video, and then it'll go. God damn it! Frightens the living daylights out of me. Yeah, so it's that's what's doing it. All right, girly. You're hot and bothered, aren't you? You're hot and bothered. Every day I comb her and get lots of fur out of her. But did you know that dogs can't sweat? We sweat. It pours out of us. Dogs can't sweat. That's why that's their way of cooling themselves down. We sweat to cool down. So yeah, there we go. Linus, hold on. Right. It's just right. Linus, Mac. Right. I don't use the chicken poo because I let them just roam around. They're kind of like free range. Yes, I do use a little bit of fertilizer, and I use what the Portuguese taught me to use when I first came. They call it dubo. They call it dubo. It's little balls of fertilizer. They all swear by it. They all put it on liberally. They don't put tons of it on. So when you plant the potatoes, you put a little sprinkling in. We put a sprinkling in on everything. But yes, I do that because that's what they taught me to do. Nunu, we're talking on immigration, and I'd like to share that I never seen a Jew before come to the UK. What? Get out of here, Nunu. Let me just check I've got that right. You're talking on immigration, and I'd like to share that I've never seen a Jew before coming to UK. There's a big Jewish community in the UK. Go in London and go to the Jewish part of London. There's hundreds of thousands of them. They're bloody lovely. Yeah. And I love the religious guys. I don't know what they are, where they've got them hats and their curly bits down here. They make me laugh, especially when they come out with the right broad Cockney accent. Nunu, and I hadn't. Oh, hold on, and I had no idea what was halal before coming to the UK. Yeah, well, there we go. Halal meat. Yep. There's loads of Jews living in London, and there's big Jewish communities throughout the UK. Good question is there a Jewish community here in Portugal? What do you want, darling? Come on then. Come on then. Okay. Yeah, I know you're hot and bothered, aren't you? You're hot and bothered. It's time for a bit of Lady Lulu love. All right. Yes. Linus. Yeah. So okay. Let's just wrap this religion part up, okay? I don't care. This is what I learned a long time ago. I don't care, and this is part of being brought up in a children's home, because there were different kids in there from different religions. Yeah, right. I don't care what religion somebody is. Doesn't interest me in the slightest. What matters to me is the carousel, how good their heart is. And at the end of the day, whether you're Jewish, Muslim, Catholic, Protestant, doesn't matter. We all pray to the same God. Oh, serious, lady? Serious? Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. I also love religious people, Mac, especially the ones who respect the values of their own religion. Yep, couldn't agree more with you, Basil. Couldn't agree more. Not only do I respect the values of my Catholic religion, I also respect the values of all other religions. It's a belief, and we're all entitled to it. Very true, Mac. Linus, very true. Very true. I know. Yeah, there's good and bad in all. It isn't religion that makes people bad. It's fighting over religion. And that's a bloody stupid thing to fight over. Do I want to go and fight with a Muslim? No. Why would I want to do that? Just because they're Muslim or because they're Jewish? I don't want to fight with nobody. I want to love everybody. Let's all love each other. Are you going, Leslie? Are you saying good night? Hold on. No. I agree. I was sharing something you could find interesting. All right. Definitely, Matt. I love you for that. Oh, hold on. Oh. Hold on. I love you. Yeah, I know. Hold on. Hello, Tiny. Hello, Tiny. Nice to see ya. Oh, it's going too quick. Leslie, Nunu, Basil, definitely Mac. Yeah, we do. We all pray to the same God. What the hell's the difference? Okay, right. Yeah, I think it's time. It's time to wrap up. Yep. Okay. Right. Come on then, baby. Good girl. Good girl. Right. Yeah. I've got to start getting ready to get these girls out. And whoa, calm down. Yeah. It started at 7. We started at 7. It's now 9. It's been great having you all come. And thank you so much for your input and for sharing your thoughts and ideas and your beliefs and so forth. I really do appreciate that. I know, Basil, how stupid, how absolutely stupid. Do you know what? Okay, Basil, next on Thursday, remind me to tell you a story about some Catholic people who came here, Irish Catholic people. Remind me to tell you. It'll make you laugh. Absolutely, Basil. Absolutely. Better way of living. Linus, each to their own. Good night, Mac. Good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. I've had a lovely evening with you all. Take care and God bless. So, as always, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boa noite.